The Karrm Infrastructure housing controversy is not just a story of a failed real estate project. It is a cautionary tale about how celebrity associations can lend credibility to ventures that later collapse, leaving ordinary families devastated. At the center of public criticism is actor Vivek Oberoi, whose association with Karrm Infrastructure played a significant role in shaping public perception of the project. Karrm Infrastructure positioned itself as a champion of affordable housing, targeting middle and lower income families with ambitious promises of quality homes at accessible prices. The marketing campaigns projected trust, stability, and social responsibility. Vivek Oberoi's name and presence were prominently linked to the project, creating confidence among buyers who believed that a well-known public figure would only associate with a legitimate and ethical venture. For many families, this association became a decisive factor in investing their life savings. First-time homebuyers, pensioners, and salaried employees trusted the project, convinced that celebrity backing added an extra layer of assurance. However, as time passed, the promised dream began to unravel. Construction across multiple Karrm infrastructure projects stalled or barely progressed, despite buyers having paid substantial amounts. Possession deadlines were repeatedly missed, communication from the developer weakened, and buyers were left in the dark. What intensified the anger and sense of betrayal was the realization that the confidence inspired by Vivek Oberoi's association did not translate into accountability or resolution when things went wrong. Financial distress followed swiftly. Several buyers reported being burdened with loan liabilities tied to properties that remained incomplete or non-existent. Monthly EMIs continued, credit scores deteriorated, and families faced mounting pressure from financial institutions. Refund requests were met with delays, broken assurances, or complete silence. For many, the sense of loss was compounded by the belief that they had been misled by the credibility that celebrity involvement brought to the project. As the controversy grew, questions began to surface about Vivek Oberoi's role and responsibility. While he may not have been involved in day-to-day operations, critics argue that public figures must be accountable for the ventures they endorse or associate with, especially when those ventures directly affect thousands of vulnerable families. Buyers openly questioned why the actor, who was once visible during promotions, remained largely absent when the crisis unfolded. The physical state of the projects only added to public outrage. Incomplete structures, abandoned sites, and the absence of basic infrastructure painted a stark contrast to the glossy promises once showcased. Families who visited these locations after years of waiting were confronted with harsh reality instead of the secure homes they had been sold. Legal scrutiny and enforcement actions eventually followed, exposing alleged financial mismanagement and large-scale irregularities. While investigations and asset attachments provided some validation to buyers' claims, they did little to undo the damage already inflicted. Thousands of families remain trapped in legal and financial uncertainty, still waiting for justice, relief, or closure. The Karrm Infrastructure episode has sparked a broader debate about celebrity accountability in business ventures. Vivek Oberoi's name, once seen as a mark of trust, has become inseparably linked to a project that many now describe as one of the most distressing housing failures for ordinary buyers. For affected families, the disappointment is not just with a real estate company, but with a system that allowed influential endorsements to overshadow due diligence and transparency. Ultimately, the fallout serves as a harsh reminder that celebrity involvement can influence decisions, but it does not guarantee protection. For the families who believed in Karrm Infrastructure and the reassurance provided by Vivek Oberoi's association, the cost has been measured not just in money, but in shattered dreams, prolonged anxiety, and lost faith.